Station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 9, covering the entire DMV.
It's time to end. We need this to end.
Parent pardoned, the father arrested during a heated school board meeting in Loudoun County. Now relieved of his conviction by Virginia's governor. And a new era. The Commanders at home. Game 1 is done under new ownership. Look at the local celebrations. Plus, we're stretching your dollar. The student loan repayments required next month. Ways to find relief for borrowers across the DMV. And we'll never forget, on this eve of the 9/11 anniversary, how local communities honor innocent local lives lost 22 years later. And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Ben Dennis. This Sunday evening, we had quite the active day in the skies for your weather yesterday. Also, a chance of some showers tonight over. Meteorologist Scott Sumner standing by with a look on your currents and your futurecast. Hey, Scott.
Hello there, Ben, and hello to you on this Sunday evening. Yes, indeed, we'll have a wide scope of the shower look, and you can see here our rain is starting to move up from the south, a little bit more widespread in coverage of shower activity as opposed to this afternoon, especially down towards southeastern Virginia as well as southern Maryland. You can see those line of rain bands moving up from that direction from central Virginia. And while there have been actually it was one severe thunderstorm warning in King George County around 7:30 or so, things are fairly quiet compared to where we were yesterday. And you can see the motion of these storms continue to pull from southwest to northeast over the next hour. So some light rain could be potentially working its way into southern Washington and the district. Now, we still have a flood watch out towards our western counties, although I haven't seen a lot of heavy rain. We'll get into that in just a few moments. But our headlines here, yeah, we do end the weekend a little on the wet note, a little drier on Monday, and a strong front arrives here on Wednesday. We'll talk about that in the 7-day forecast coming up.
Plenty to cover. Thank you, Scott. New tonight, the father of a young girl sexually assaulted at a Loudoun County high school 2 years ago has been pardoned by Virginia's governor, Glenn Youngkin, related to charges that he disrupted a school board meeting after the attack. DC News Now, Dave Laval spoke with Smith earlier this evening in Leesburg. Dave, how did Smith react? There's plenty of emotions throughout this case.
Scott Smith had been scheduled to return here to the Loudoun County Courthouse September 25th on charges he disrupted a county school board meeting more than 2 years ago. That won't happen now.
It's time to end. We need this to end.
For Scott Smith, the end has come for a horrible family ordeal. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin has pardoned Smith and called him, quote, a dedicated parent who's faced unwarranted charges in his pursuit to protect his daughter.
I'm thankful for him giving me an off-ramp to a politicized and weaponized justice system.
A fellow classmate sexually assaulted Smith's then 14-year-old daughter in a girls' bathroom at Stonebridge High School in May 2021. Loudoun County deputies arrested Smith during a school board meeting that same month and charged him with obstruction of justice and disorderly conduct. Smith became enraged when he learned the suspect wore a skirt to use the restroom under the school's transgender policy. The pardon ends that legal challenge for the Smith family.
It's been a tough ordeal. It's cost me so much family time and treasure that could have been spent somewhere else. It's unbelievable.
Smith may not be done with the legal system just yet. He says he's planning lawsuits against those involved with his daughter's attack and his arrest. We're live in Leesburg. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thanks to Dave. More context here. A grand jury report into the handling of Smith's daughter's assault and another at Broad Run High School in October of 2021. The same student was responsible, according to investigators. The school's handling led to a trial for the division's public information officer, but a jury found him not guilty of perjury after accusations he lied to the grand jury. Turning now, a great start to the new season for the Washington Commanders. They defeated the Arizona Cardinals, ruffled some feathers this afternoon, 20-16 over at FedEx Field. It also gave Josh Harris his first win as the team's brand new owner. The excitement could be felt across the DMV, like right here. The Crystal City Sports Pub in Arlington, covered in burgundy and gold. Renewed excitement for the team that's won 3 Super Bowls. The last one, however, 31 years ago. It's been some time. But with some major changes during the offseason, most notably the change in ownership, fans are excited about the team's future.
All energy, different energy. I'm just going to say the word energy.
With the new ownership, everything's going to be different. The energy is going to be a lot better this season than last season.
It's real exciting. You got Magic Johnson, Josh Harris. You got a lot of fans back in the stands.
I guess the headline here is energy. The Commanders travel to Denver for next Sunday's game against the Broncos. Looking forward to it. An update tonight out of the district. Yesterday, we told you about a barricade and a shooting that left one woman dead in Northeast. Well, now we know that the 2 incidents were connected. This happened on Duncan Place, not far from Maryland Avenue. D.C. police got calls about a shooting after 3 o'clock. It's there they found 21-year-old Jordan Coates with gunshot wounds. She went to a local hospital where she died from her injuries. The suspect, 24-year-old Damian Brown of Southeast, had barricaded himself inside his apartment until he surrendered. Brown has been charged with second-degree murder. And in Spotsylvania County, 3 19-year-olds were arrested after over 1,000 fentanyl-laced pills were found inside of their car. According to the sheriff's office, deputies saw a sedan going above the speed limit and no front tags. All of the passengers were reportedly frantically changing their seats. The officers pulled over the car and found the pills along with 2 handguns. Deshaun A. Mims, Jada Salas Perez, and Francisco de Chavarria have been charged with possession of narcotics along with other charges. Back to D.C., more transparency could be coming to the D.C. 911 Center. The Office of Unified Communications is launching a new data dashboard. Our Marielle Carbone reports from District Dogs nearly a month after the 911 agency came under fire for its handling of a response to a flash flood that killed 10 dogs.
The council legislation to create this 911 call center dashboard was actually introduced well before the flooding here at District Dogs, but the event really highlighted the need for it. The goal of the dashboard is to increase transparency and trust for when you call 911.
It didn't seem real. It felt like a nightmare.
A group of grieving pet owners pushing for change and transparency from one of the district's top public safety agencies, its 911 call center.
We understand that these problems have been long-running. We're not the only people affected by OUC errors.
Friday, the Office of Unified Communications launched this dashboard detailing 911 errors, dispatch rates, staffing numbers, and more. The agency has long been criticized for botched responses to emergency calls, most recently highlighted by the deaths of 10 dogs after flash flooding on Rhode Island Avenue last month led to feet of water rushing into District Dogs. The call was first classified as a water leak, delaying response.
I knew as soon as this incident occurred, because it involves animals and people are very close to the animals, there'd be widespread interest in this story.
Dave Statter is a public safety advocate and critic of the OUC.
I'm glad to see that there is an attempt to be transparent.
Statter says the dashboard highlights an ongoing staffing shortage at the center. In August, it shows nearly 40% of shifts were understaffed.
We should be concerned that 911 won't answer. And if you can't staff the center to answer emergency calls when people need it the most, you're not doing the job.
Statter says he'd like to see even more transparency, including daily staffing numbers, not just monthly. And a point of contention from the dashboard, it lists that the District Dogs call was handled appropriately. That is despite it taking more than 20 minutes from when the first call came in to when firefighters confirmed they were actually entering the building here. Reporting in Northeast D.C., I'm Marielle Carbone, D.C. News Now.
Well, thanks to Marielle. Meantime, Prince George's County leaders unanimously passed a bill they claim will protect drivers at gas pumps. The measure requires gas stations to clearly display credit card prices on all of their signs, and cash options are often cheaper. The bill states that customers must have an unobstructed line of credit prices from prices at the cash register. Windows and doors must also be unobstructed for clearer viewing. One council member says the increased transparency will be especially helpful for senior citizens. That law takes effect in 45 days, and gas stations have a year to comply with those new rules. Heads up Metro riders, more frequent trains will be available starting tomorrow. WMATA says the service increases will add more than 6% more train trips. DC News Now's Tosin Fakile has more details on how much more frequent trains will roll through stations and the historic impact for Metro.
Metro is ramping up train service during peak hours on almost all of its lines starting Monday, September 11th. The transit agency says this is its 11th service increase since last summer. Metro says with more people taking the train in the morning and evening, it's boosting peak service. So on Monday, red, blue, silver, green, and yellow line trains will have more frequent service on weekdays between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. The transit body says the exact times of peak service will vary by station. Orange Line trains will continue operating every 10 minutes all day, 7 days a week, and every 15 minutes after 9:30 p.m. Now, Metro says it's now running more train service than at any time in its 47-year history. The transit body says while ridership continues to grow, it is still below pre-pandemic levels, and Metro says it'll continue to monitor ridership trends and assess the need for any future service adjustments based on ridership demand. Now, you can check out the details of the times between trains once that service starts. You can look that up on our website, dcnewsnow.com. I'm Tosin Fakile in the studio for DC News Now. Back to you.
Well, thanks to Tosin. Meantime, 22 years ago tomorrow, our nation was attacked. In New York, the DMV, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Here at home, American Airlines Flight 77 was hijacked and crashed into the Pentagon, killing 64 people on board and the 125 people who died inside the building. Benches adorned with names of those killed continue to honor their lives in Arlington County. But tomorrow, that memorial will be closed to the public until 2 p.m. to set up for their annual commemoration. But victims' families are the exception and can visit prior. And around the country, communities are honoring those lives lost in 2001, including Montgomery County, where 11 county residents were killed in that attack on the Pentagon. They and others will never be forgotten. And in D.C., the members of Engine Company 15 remember the lives of firefighters lost by planting flags in front of their Anacostia firehouse. 343 flags every year in honor of the New York firefighters who lost their lives that day. And New York's Ground Zero will soon host a performing arts center that pays tribute to the lives lost on 9/11 22 years ago. The Perelman Performing Arts Center was envisioned 2 decades ago, and it's meant to add more vibrancy and life to an area that's been tied to death and destruction for so many years. It comes after plenty of financial roadblocks and changes in leadership and design.
The Performing Arts Center is life.
Every decision that we make in ways in which we want to connect with the community, we want to bring in as wide of a range of artists in the space, is rooted in the fact that we are on such a sacred ground within the World Trade Center.
That arts center is set to open September the 19th.